and I became the first millionaire in my family. You know,
What do you think people misunderstand about Detroit?
it's a kind of a complex question. I got a tape that'll probably get me canceled. Rap music in a bad spot right now.
He told me, he said, stop trying to be understood and understand.
I mean, I feel like Kwame did a lot for Obama on his come up. That energy wasn't reciprocated.
I say it's fucking retarded that people really get upset because they don't vote like them.
I've never told anybody
That's right.
who I was voting for. Right. I just don't do that. Republican, Democrat, Green, whatever the fuck. Like, propaganda is real.
And we're gonna talk some shit.
Yeah, I want to talk shit on that. Yeah, I want to talk about
it. FlyZoneUSA. It's a big OT TrickTrick live in the Blue Room on 8 Mile. I got my nephew Icewear Vezzo. As you can see, like always, we done kept it cracking. What's up?
Always. What's up, big homie? Man, you know it's real love, man.
Man, I'm super impressed. You've always been my fucking favorite. And you, since you and Ant back in the beginning days, I've seen your elevation. I'm so fucking impressed by it.
Nah,
it's you know, salute, dog.
That shit mean a lot. I'm serious.
Hey, I'm proud. I'm very. I talk about you like my own. You know what I mean? Because I see the elevation. I see the mental, spiritual elevation. I see the, you know what I mean, the genuine care for, you know what I mean, the betterment of yourself, your example, your legacy, and your people.
Absolutely.
It's not easy, and it's not, and it's very rare.
Yeah.
Especially coming from where you come from.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah, over there from that way. Bad motherfucker over there. You know what I'm saying? No, but I'm sure I told you before, but I do appreciate you, and I want you to know I appreciate your family overall. You know, your sister took me in like one of her own. You know what I mean? I made money from at her house upstairs.
Yeah.
Late as shit. We ain't never get cussed at, never got yelled at, nothing. She came, she pop in, never y'all do y'all thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, man, she always believed in me, man. She took me in like her son, and me and Aunt became real brothers. And I became an extension of your family, like behind the scenes. And I don't know if a lot of people know that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's all love.
Yeah,
man.
we always have a joke in GSM that do we need to, you know, Vezzoing? And they say, what do that mean? I say, when Vezzo has something, we send people to go to it to make sure he's straight.
Yeah.
Even though we know he's straight because he coming like he coming.
Yeah.
Goddamn, you know what I mean? But we gonna send about 3-4 motherfuckers out there to make sure he fucking straight. And one time we run into you in St. Louis or something like that. You know, y'all coming to the show? We already there, nephew.
Yeah, y'all showed up to that motherfucker too. Or everything I love. That's a true story. Damn, it's crazy, man. Yeah.
Now, what was it like for you on the 6 Mile, that is? What was it like? Because, you know, I don't know if you've ever expressed, you know what I mean, that.
Yeah.
To, you know what I mean, where people would understand, better understand
without a doubt,
Icewear Vezzo is. Because we are, you know, when we come from, we gonna have the attributes of where we come from.
So,
Talk to
man, you know, I grew up on Sanford and Bradford, you heard, and we lived in a 3-bedroom house. But shit, it was me, my stepfather, my cousin Pee Weezy, my brother Rick, my brother Therese, my little brother Dion, my little brother Chris, my brother Calvin, my sister Tonton, Tayetta. We all lived in a 3-bedroom house, you know what I mean? And I was the second youngest. My mom adopted my little brother Christopher. He like I don't even like to even use that word. He's so much of my little brother, and he had cerebral palsy, and we didn't know it for a few years. So, you know, I was always like a spoiled kid in a sense, not necessarily spoiled in a financial way, but spoiled in an emotional way, to where I got a lot of attention from my mother. You know, I was always her baby. And I want to say around when we got Chris, respectfully, he had became a priority, which I understood. You know, my mama, a wonderful mother, my father, my stepfather, wonderful father. But by the time I was 11 and 12, my freedom, I got my freedom. You know, I was able to just do shit, live life, and motherfucking come home whenever I wanted to. So that caused me to jump off the porch at an early age, like a real young age. You know what I mean? And I wasn't hanging with my brothers. You know, they was all a lot older than me, except obviously Chris or whatever. So I was hanging with the niggas from the hood that I looked up to. I didn't really have many friends that was the same age as me. The guys that was 25 and the 30 and motherfucking 18 and 19 and 21, they had all took me in. So I'm 12 years old running around them, and they wasn't treating me like a 12-year-old. They treated me like a fucking adult. So I learned so much shit, and I got involved in so much shit that I shouldn't have been in at a young age. I bought my first car when I was in the 8th grade. I got kicked out of middle school because the principal caught me driving my vehicle, you know, and I don't think I ever said this on no platform, or I don't think I ever said this in an interview. My mother found 10 pounds of weed in my closet when I was in the 8th grade. 10 pounds of weed. I had met an older guy through his son. His son used to steal the weed from his dad. His daddy had a whole bunch of bowls. He used to bring the shit to school, and I was buying them motherfuckers for $20. He don't know no better. We in the 8th grade. I know better because all my friends is mad old niggas. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and that shit turned into something to where it wasn't about the son no more. Once the daddy seen that I was able to meet a kid able to move like that, we kept that relationship going.
Right.
So I started getting money when I was real young. I know this shit sound far-fetched and all of that, but
Oh, no, the fuck it don't.
it's hundreds of people that was there. You know, these all guys are still alive to sink this story and to sink this growth. You know, I seen a lot of shit growing up, but for some reason I was just always that youngin' that knew how to play my role. You know, and I think that's why the older homies always took a liking to me, because I wasn't easy influenced to a certain extent.
Right.
You know, I could see I could see certain shit go on and not care to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I used to know how to think. I learned at an early age to put the money first. You know what I'm saying? I seen a fucking dead body walking to the stove before. You know, me and my home, and that was before the age of 12. I seen so much shit in that hood, and it genuinely made me who I am. And I gotta give a lot of credit to my big homie Tim. He from Mac. But you know, he was one of them guys on 6 Mile. Everybody know Tim. He hate this word. I don't know if he know people used to call him this. They used to call him Crazy Tim. He one of them guys, and he molded me, you know, to a certain extent. And I watched a lot of shit and learned a lot of shit from him. And mind you, this is all even before Tim. This is me looking up to the wrong shit. I used to look up to the drug dealers and the kingpins and the robbers and the shooters. I thought that shit was cool. I thought that shit was sweet. I wanted to do all that shit. I wanted to be just like them niggas. However, the big homies that I had before I met Tim, they wasn't the niggas that was balling. They was the robbers. You know what I'm saying? They was the robbers and the shooters and the gamblers. So we used to be on Finley every day. I had been stopped going to school. I'm going over there gambling with them niggas, and I got my little bow run from that I, you know, came across doing what I do. And one thing about it, right? Like I was always like I had that pretty boy look to me, so that shit gave me a complex. It immediately always make you want to jump right to the, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like a nigga always, you know, think they could play with a nigga pause. You know what I'm saying? And do whatever that they want to do. You heard? So, you know, man, it was a lot, bro. I got molded on the 6. I learned everything that I know on the 6, and I went from idolizing that shit to understanding that shit wasn't about nothing. And it was the wrong mentality to have. It was the wrong group of guys to look up to and all of that shit. But I wouldn't change nothing in the world because I learned a lot of life experiences that I still use to this day. And I seen a lot of shit. I seen some crazy shit, some wild, wild, wild shit.
Yeah, buddy.
You know,
what do you think people misunderstand the most about Detroit?
I think what people, I think it's a kind of a complex question because it's a lot that they miss. I think they misunderstand our energy. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that sometimes we just got a certain look on our face that a nigga feel like we just in a whole nother mode and it ain't that.
It's a resting face.
Yeah, we chilling, we cooling. I think they misunderstand the fact that we start everybody off at 100, you know, and it's up to that individual to hold that 100, or they work that down. Yeah. I think they misunderstand the fact that because Detroit is known for so much wild shit, you know what I mean? I think they misunderstand the fact that the wild shit that go on in Detroit, especially when I was growing up, it was always about money. It was always about something outside of just a chick or, you know, a color or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I want to say more so our energy is most misunderstood.
Misunderstood. You said something about understanding where people, you know, where you hold a person at 100.
Yeah.
And then they have to work their way back. As you have gotten older, do you still feel that way? Start people off at 100?
I've kind of reversed that. I start people off right here, and now they gotta work themselves
fucking F.
Yeah,
respect. You get a fucking F
because I've been let down.
Oh, there you know, life will teach you.
Yeah, you heard. Yeah. So I start everybody off right here. They gotta get to 100.
Yeah.
You know,
that's an F or a C.
That's a motherfucking F.
Okay.
A F minus. I'm starting motherfucker off at an F minus.
Yeah. On site.
You work it up to an A plus now.
Yeah. The greeting starts the grade.
Yeah. Because everything is an action. Love is an action.
Believe that.
Respect is an action.
Yes, sir.
Understanding is an action.
Yeah.
All this shit is an action. You can't. Nobody can tell me that they respect me, love me. Well, you gotta show me that shit.
That's right.
You can't tell it. I'm not nobody you can just tell that to.
That's right.
And then I act upon that, and then I treat you as if you are somebody that respect. You literally gotta show me that, because other than that shit is just a word. I feel as if everything is an action. Every emotion and feeling that we can possibly have as human beings, it's all an action. Now, we may feel certain things, but I think that's always a reaction. You know, if I go home right now and I take my wife some roses and I take her a card and I write on the card, I love you, baby, I appreciate you just for being you, she gonna give me a kiss and she might feel something in the pit of her stomach. That's her reaction to my initial action. I'm showing her that I love her. And her reaction, you know, is the feeling that the butterflies in her stomach that she may get. But none of those butterflies, the kiss, the hug, none of it is possible without that initial action. So everything is an action. And that's why I start everybody off at a F minus now. But growing up, and like I say about Detroit people, I just feel like people misunderstand our energy. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Yeah.
100%. What you working on?
Man, I got a movie that I'm getting ready to drop. It's called Rideshare. It's like a dramedy. I really don't even want to call the bitch funny, because I don't know if the bitch funny for real.
Oh, you just think you laughing at it.
Yeah. I'm the only nigga laughing at the bitch. I'm one of them niggas.
If it's funny, it's funny.
I'm one of them niggas that laugh at his own jokes. So like, I gotta get somebody else to watch that motherfucker, man.
It's funny.
Yeah, no, I got that. Then we working on another movie called Black Market. It's about the dispensary business. We're gonna have Jack Funny starring in that. I got my album coming up July 10th. Rich Off Pints 4.
Rich off pints.
Yeah, and I'm focused on me and my wife juice bar, fresh and pressed juice.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Now where is this? I
It's-
saw that. I
yeah.
saw the when you was putting it together. When you was pitching the bitch about the cost of the machine.
Man, they spent $25,000 motherfucking. I say this motherfucker better cure something. 25,000.
Juicing actually does cure something.
I'm talking about the machine. That motherfucker better have. That motherfucker better moonwalk or something.
How's it going?
It's doing amazing. We actually won an award for the #1 juice bar in Michigan. We beat a company that's like way up there. I was gonna post this shit on my social media and talk my shit, but then I had to think about it. Like, man, listen, I'm an ant. Them folks, leave them folks alone. Don't go bother them folks. Let them folks. You heard? So, but yeah, that's an accomplishment.
That's growth.
Yeah, that's growth. Because I would have caught a stunt. And you heard, but at the same time, I understand that's my old lady business, and it's a business that she extremely passionate about. That she grew on her own. That she built the business plan. She had the idea for it. She understood everything about the business through and through. And I started off doing this shit just because she my wife. She been with me while I chased my dreams. She stood tall, and I got there, you heard? And I felt like it was time for me to, give her the same energy back and help her chase her dreams. So at first, it was just most, all right, let me do this shit because I love you. I didn't understand this business. I could not see how the fuck can we make this money back selling juices. But after we opened, and then I learned more about the business. Now I'm passionate about it.
Right.
Because health is wealth. That's important, and as we grow, mobility is everything. Know? So yeah.
Right.
That's
don't move it.
And I put the bitch in Troy, Michigan. And I did. I was intentional about that.
Dig that.
Because I watched a lot of people put businesses in my neighborhood.
Come on.
So I wanted to put one in theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was one of them. I was a little bit petty about that.
No. That's a good thing. You expand your, because you had businesses right on Gratiot. We had businesses down the street from each other.
Yeah, we did. Without a doubt. For a fact.
Now you got the business where my business is at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Hey, that's up, man. I said, that's all right. That's all right there. We gonna get this motherfucking money one way or the other.
To this shit, man.
Squeeze this goddamn quarter to the eating screen.
Yeah, sir. This shit don't last forever, man. Motherfuckers gotta stop thinking this shit lasts forever. Like all that. Hey, man, I seen a lot of niggas turn down so much opportunity. You know what I mean? And opportunity don't always come in the form of $1 or a quarter. Sometimes opportunity comes in the form of a handshake or a smile. You know what I'm saying? People turn these opportunities down because they felt that where they were in their career, that they shit just don't stink and it's gonna last.
Yeah, that's just gonna happen.
Trying to educate niggas and let niggas know, bro, listen, this shit don't last forever.
Right.
Do everything you can do as long as it makes sense. Your heart in the right place. The people you doing business, their intentions and their heart is in the right place. Get to this shit, because guess what? They can love you today and not give a fuck about you tomorrow. So you gotta run it up. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
And I wish the young homies and all the artists from Detroit can just understand that. You know what I mean? Like, bro, this shit ain't about nothing. This jewelry, them cars, this clout, this shit ain't about nothing. Make this shit work in your favor. Like, we men, we shouldn't walk around arrogant. Men shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? We should be men at all times.
All time.
We gotta open the door for a woman, whether she's a stranger. We gotta look another man in his eye. We gotta shake a nigga hand.
That's right.
So when a nigga that listen to my music or fuck with me, speak to me, I speak back. Because before I was married, it was bad bitches I'd try to holler at, right? And they'd keep walking and ignore me. That's what bad bitches do.
Yeah.
So imagine me doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Walk by and ignore a nigga like a bad bitch. Like, nah.
Yeah, right.
We gonna be men at all times.
That's right.
That's what this shit about, man.
That's right. You've always been a businessman. Always been a businessman. What can you explain about the importance of investing? Because you just hit it by saying it's not gonna last forever.
It don't.
But you've taken the action as an investor.
Yeah.
You're a businessman.
Yeah, absolutely.
So can you explain to, people the importance, what you feel is important about being an investor?
I think the importance about being an investor is legacy. For instance, every business don't blow up overnight. All right.
Say it again, nephew.
Yeah, this shit about legacy, right? So if every business don't blow up overnight. All right, say this. Oh, my daughter, she 10 years old. My son, he 9 years old. We opened Fresh and Press 2023. We plan to be as big as all the other major whoop whamps. That may take a 10-year process, right?
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, we starting at the time that we need to start. So it's important to invest right now while you can, because guess what? That may take a 10-year process for the fruits of that labor to sprout and grow,
manifest, yeah.
right? And my kids will be close to 21.
At which time?
And guess what that is?
Yeah.
That's called legacy. Because
called-
they benefit from the shit that I did 10 years ago, which will be right now.
And investing in that and bringing your family along, teach them how to continue to invest and bring their family along.
Yeah.
So your grandkids can continue your legacy.
Without a doubt.
That's right.
I done tried so many businesses. Like, I done tried a million different things. And only a few of the motherfuckers work. Then I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to keep trying shit because I'm a risk taker. We take risk. I've been taking risk my whole life. I took a risk when I bought my first bag.
Nephew had a motherfucking chicken restaurant.
Yeah.
And them motherfucking wings was fire.
Chicken talk. Yeah.
Chicken talk. And the car wash right next
to that
too.
bitch. Yeah. And a dispensary down the street from that motherfucker.
Yeah, and a dispensary down that way. I had a dispensary this way.
Yeah, he did.
I done tried barbershops, car washes, tattoo shops.
Come on, man.
Every fucking thing.
And a lot of that shit don't be working.
I'm standing in the fucking investment.
Exactly. But guess what? That one that worked, that motherfucker changed everything for you.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So man, we gotta invest. We gotta try this shit, and we gotta. I feel like it's selfish to be in a position to build long-term income and not do it. That literally means you only living for yourself.
Yeah.
How are you not living for yourself?
Right.
If you not doing nothing that's beneficial for the long run, then that means you don't give a fuck because you don't feel as if you will be here to take advantage of whatever
Some people don't have that space of understanding.
That's the most selfish shit as a man. If you're getting any kind of money, to not focus on anything that could possibly be something that's fruitful in the long run.
I think as a man, it's selfish to oneself to not act on the idea of building something to pass down or building something to, invest in and make bigger. Either way, it's going to get passed down.
It gotta be one way or another.
But you know what I mean? Don't be fucking useless. You know what I mean? Don't be fucking useless.
And that's useless. I don't give a fuck if it's a nigga riding around right now. They got motherfucking $10 million and 100,000 cars and a bunch of jewelry. That nigga is useless. You know why I say that? Because he the nigga that's got them. The car's not benefiting them 3-year-old motherfucking babies.
Yeah,
that's sitting there. I enjoy this shit. I got this shit. I got cars. I love this shit. But I'm saying, overdoing it. Without building, without trying to grow long term.
Right.
That's the most selfish shit. Because what the fuck your kids gonna do with this shit? My son ain't wearing this shit to school. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Hey, man.
Some people don't get that room, but I mean, everybody's built different.
Yeah.
It's one generation, and here comes another one. And speaking of which, you have tested well in time with music and still continue to grow as yourself, as an individual with your own identity, everything. Never copied another motherfucker. It's like, that's Vezzo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's significant. It's extraordinary.
Yeah.
How well do you, how let me ask, because I don't listen to a lot of new music since I left the Sirius XM. The music now, is it holding up to your expectations as a extraordinary artist? Because somebody said, my bad, because somebody said the other day something about one of them damn charts. And they said, it ain't, whatever chart it was no niggas on it.
Yeah.
It's like, dang.
You want to know
what the fuck going on?
I mean, I think music is in a bad place. Rap music in a bad spot right now. I think as we try to get more creative, we essentially got less creative because we tried to be so different that we became too different. And that going to be too different, which was not doing as much as we used to do, doing less, but doing, just trying other shit. I think I can't explain it, but I stand on that sentiment that we tried to get so creative that we essentially had gotten less creative.
You think it lacks music?
It lacks soul. It lacks
culture,
feeling. It lacks culture.
Yeah,
passion. And I'm gonna be fair. I feel like even my music, I just think that the attention span of a human being now is just so small. So short. It just don't last long. So the music ain't lasting long right now. Motherfuckers is listening to a song, they would love it for a week and then they move on to something else.
Yeah.
Because everything fast paced. We are chasing quick dopamine. You know what I'm saying? We all want that quick feel no matter what it is in what area. And you look at the pornography industry, they fucking booming because you got those type of men, and no disrespect to those guys, that's them, that's their life. You heard, but they chasing something quick. They not really trying to put the opportunity in to build with a woman and learn a woman, grow with a woman to get the pussy, whatever. And then you got a guy that's willing to pay for it, or whatever. Excuse my language to all the women. I apologize. You heard, but essentially it tied back to that fast paced chase that the world is on, which is that quick feel, that quick dopamine.
Because you think it might have something to do with the phone?
I know it got something. I really do. I really do.
I mean,
feel like
compactness of
yeah. I think it got everything to do with the phone. So yeah, without a doubt. But music just isn't music in a bad place right now. And I think
would you say you make more money off performances as opposed to like streams and sales, or?
I would say I make faster money off of performances and features, but technically I make more money off streams and sales because I'm a motherfucker that's gonna take an advance. You see what I'm saying? And the advance will be a large lump sum, and that's for streams and sales.
Gotcha.
So I'm being technical about it.
Right.
Technically, I make more money off streams and sales, but I make money faster from shows and features.
How often are you performing?
Man, these days I've been real selective with the amount of shows that I take. Cause if I took all the shows that I get called for, I'd be booked up. I wouldn't be able to spend no time with my children or focus on myself or focus on my businesses.
That's right.
Yeah, and I just ain't in that space.
You not this guy.
I gotta be able to, to teach my son how to be a man because that's something my wife can't do. She can't teach him that.
That's right.
My wife is superwoman, but I'm gonna tell you one thing she can't do. Teach my young nigga how to be a fucking man.
Come on.
So I gotta have the time. I gotta be available for that because I can't teach my little girl how to be a woman.
That's right.
However, the standard that I'm able to still set a standard for my little girl.
That's right.
And my wife still ain't able to set a standard for my son. You see what I'm saying? And what I mean, I'll give an example. I'm able to set a standard with my little girl by opening up her car door, talking to her calmly, listening to her, allowing her to talk, showing her how a man should treat her. When it comes to my son, I don't look forward for my wife to show my son how a woman should treat him because the job is for me to teach my son how he should treat a woman.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah.
And in the process, she pick up on what the standards of, They always say to young lady, marries a man like her father.
That resemble her father.
Resemble her father.
I believe in that statement.
I get go.
Yeah.
My wife's family called me Walt all the time. That was her dad's name. Rest in peace. Amazing
I
fucking
want to
guy.
say, yeah, man, rest in peace. My old lady, my father-in-law just passed 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, rest in peace, man.
They were close.
Extremely close.
Yeah, that's you got to be there.
Yeah, I had to be there, man.
Yeah,
Tim, that was my guy, man. That's my guy.
Same with Matt. Same with Walt. Morals, like the moral code was there.
Man, let me tell you,
everywhere. I'm like, hell yeah, that.
I'll give you a quick story, man. When I was like 17, right? I was hustling, and her daddy is what it is. Her daddy was hustling, and I called him one time, right? I say, Tim, where you at? I'm down at AP. Can I pull up here? Come see me. Come right now. Come on. I get down there. He said, everything going. I'm like, shit, I ain't too good. I need you real quick. Whatever you want, whatever you need, you can grab it. He said, you told the Kiara? I said, no. He's like, yeah, man. Yeah, Kiara crazy. I leave that girl alone, man. You gotta get your money, man. I don't even think about no girl, man. She be having you too crazy, man. You acting too in love sometimes, man. It's her father, bro, telling me this shit. That's how close me it was. Man, Tim was a motherfucker, man. He told me to keep my money. Focus on my money. He said, leave her alone, man. Focus on that motherfucking money. He basically was trying to tell me in so many words, you here fucked up because you too worried about the fuck she doing.
Yeah.
Stop that shit. That's what he basically was saying, man. I say, this nigga something else, man. I love
Somebody kept it a buck.
He kept it all the way a buck, man. This is his daughter, his princess, man. Say to a motherfucker, man. Hey, man.
Damn. You I remember when I had to ask this because it's important. I believe in the importance of voting. I believe in the importance of every person having their own opinion.
Yeah.
To feel how they want to feel about whatever fucking candidate they want to.
Absolutely.
Vote for, support, whatever, based on their lifestyle, their living. Hey, you're supposed to go with the motherfucker that fuck with your shit.
That's most beneficial to you and your family.
And it sucks that there are so many people that, I won't say it sucks, I say it's fucking retarded that people really get upset with other people because they don't vote like them. With that being said, you made a statement saying that it was important for people to know who they're voting for or something like that. It was because our generations before.
Yeah, I could tell you exactly. Yeah. So I had tapped in with Kwame. I was housing at him when he was in jail.
Yep, he said that.
Yeah,
told me that. Yeah, but he should have. I say this about every black motherfucker that get into politics.
Yeah.
Like straight in the game of politics. Nigga, you coming in with a fucking telescope up your ass.
That's a fact.
So why would you think, and that's any of it.
We're
that goes
not
for
treated the same.
Sheffield, whoever the fuck.
Facts.
Soon as when you going for them seats that control money,
it's right there.
It's a fucking telescope up your goddamn ass.
And they on you
better
immediately.
watch. Yeah, and even we learned one thing from Kwame, the people around him.
Yeah. Fact.
Whether he had knowledge of what they said.
I think he was a young nigga that found a gray area and didn't understand how that gray area really worked.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? He was a young man in a position, and all he wanted to do was turn the city up, build a legacy, and perform.
Right.
But he was so young that it was easy to manipulate him into some type of gray area. When I say manipulate, I don't mean like manipulation in a mental standpoint.
Yeah.
More so winging something, doing something, and not he involved. Oh, look, we did this, how much this gonna do? We tapped in with these people right here. You just gotta sign off on it. Yeah. Okay. The streets getting fixed. Oh, that's what they doing over there. This a whole street that's about to get done up or been fucked up for years. Yeah. I'm signing off on that. He not knowing. Right. But the people that's involved, that involve a young a youngin like that, they know exactly what they doing.
What they doing?
You see what I'm
They
saying?
coming in the door like
they coming in the door with that.
and they getting the plug. They getting the plug like, oh no, I got it. I can get that done.
And I think I think his part in, I think that played a lot of his part in, which was fair.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that played a major role. I believe the Supreme Court seen that case, studied that case, and they understood that out the gate. They understood how old he was,
right,
the position he was in, the microscope, and him just doing shit, not knowing what he was doing. The good shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I believe he was taking advantage of it, and that wasn't fair. And you got motherfucker, I remember Obama coming when I was a baby, coming back and forth, helped him out, did a lot. I feel like Kwame did a lot for Obama on his come up with, like, you know, present him to the world as a respectful political figure.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that energy wasn't reciprocated.
It will never be when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Never be. But, you know, the thing about it is, as unfair and as fucked up as it is, and we know that. So we have to do better by understanding our surroundings and being more in control of understanding what it is we're doing when we're doing certain shit.
Without a doubt.
You know what I mean? You can have all the education in the world of the responsibilities of a mayor or a governor for that matter, but you know, like just take for instance, and she's not even a politician, Martha Stewart.
Right.
She got in trouble for putting the motherfucker up on game.
Mm-hmm.
What was wrong? What did she do wrong that sent her to prison?
Yeah.
There's somebody
over $40,000, by the way.
See? Exactly. Like sent her to fucking big house because she put somebody up on game in the seat of in a mayor's seat. It's not uncommon to show a bit of favoritism towards a person that wants that contract.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because everything be about intentions, and sometimes that favoritism comes from understanding the other person's intentions. You see what I'm saying? So like I might have two guys and both of them are presenting the same opportunity.
Right.
I may have never worked with this guy, right? But I may have never worked with this guy as well, but I know this guy.
Right.
I have a relationship with him and I know his intentions.
Right.
And I understand that what he's doing, he's in the right place.
He's in the right place.
So essentially, yes, am I playing favoritism? Technically, but in reality, no, I'm playing the game of experience.
Yeah.
I've experienced this person. I understand this person.
Yeah.
So it's not favoritism. It's me knowing how this guy works, knowing this guy's intention. So I'd rather go there versus going here. I don't know this guy yet.
Yeah.
But it can be framed as favoritism.
And that's how it's framed.
Yeah, and that ain't fair to an extent. And not taking any
you know, because in that seat, people have to have open bids.
Yeah.
Like you can't have a favor. Everybody should be able to bid.
Yeah.
Fairness of a contractor, you know. I should be able to bid, have a fair bid on that job as a potential for that government contract, you know, whether it's the people to do the streets, or people to demolition the houses, you know.
And what's so fucked up, right? Put me in this predicament. Say say we got a governor named Governor motherfucking Shih Tzu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dan Gilbert stepped in front of Governor Shih Tzu. It's a arena. We want to bring back the Silverdome. I'm just making shit up, right? And I want to be a part of this as well. So we both put our pitch in for the Silverdome, right?
Mm-hmm.
That governor will most likely go with Dan Gilbert, not because I'm black, I'm a rapper, none of that shit, but because Dan Gilbert has a history of building
shit.
I can say, yeah, they played favoritism, but in reality, that wasn't favoritism. That was experience. That was your resume working in your favor. You see what I'm saying?
That brings me to thinking about, and this is a fucking crazy subject that I rarely fucking touch on shit like this, but it's like with us, with our people, like we know our people. We know how they get out, how a lot of our people get out.
Yeah.
even though as individuals and as in our own personal space, we pick and choose who we want to be around, who we want to work with, who we trust to do whatever job, whether it be fixing windows or waxing and detailing cars.
Yeah.
We know who we fuck with. With people, our people, it's like, we always want to be like, it's cause we black. It's cause we black. And they be like, hey fam, you know y'all on some bullshit down, like the youngsters downtown.
Yeah.
Say, they ought to have somewhere to go to have fun, and they should be allowed to be downtown too. And it's like, yeah, you should be allowed to be downtown and act like you got some fucking sense.
Yeah, just play it right.
Yeah, like don't come from Canton, Michigan to downtown Detroit being a dickhead and then want to call, you know what I mean, cause a problem when they kick your ass out or kick your kid ass.
And scream, well, we stereotyping or lighting, whatever with y'all. But at some point, we gotta accept accountability. You know what I'm saying? I know when I'm on some bullshit.
Right.
Like I know it. And I done played games. You see what I'm saying? I done played games and tried these manipulative tactics with people and fake as if my intentions weren't what they really were.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But in reality, in the back of my mind, and when I get home, it's like, man, I knew I was on some bullshit. I might have took an L, and I accept that L. It's like, man, I know for sure I was on some bullshit. And this person realized that, and they seen that, they understood that about me, and they decided to go elsewhere. You see what I'm saying? But it come a point where we gotta hold ourselves accountable. One thing I can give the black community, right now, it's a difference between us holding ourselves accountable and us holding each other accountable. I feel as if we're not as good with holding ourselves accountable.
Indeed.
But I think as a culture and as a race, we are excellent at holding each other accountable as a whole with a certain situation. For instance, you got people that say shit like, I don't really like I don't know too much about these details and stuff. I stay away from this respectfully, so I don't have an opinion to what I'm about to say. But this is just an example. And I'm gonna use Harvey Weinstein. Fuck it. I was gonna go with the J.E. guy, but I don't know about that too much. The Epstein guy.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So Harvey Weinstein, right? You got people that would say shit like, when Harvey Weinstein got caught up doing whatever he was doing, you didn't see too many people talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And then when Diddy got caught up, you seen the whole world talking about it. I don't necessarily think that was a black and white thing. Like, let's embarrass the black community and not embarrass the white community. I think that was a cold display in a positive way of the black community holding this man accountable. So we made a big thing out of it. We joked about it. We did podcasts about it. Motherfuckers rapped about it. They coined a term about it. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? We did a lot. We do great with holding each other accountable, but it's extremely hard for us to individually hold ourselves accountable. And I think the accountability that we hold one another as a whole, I think that's a good thing. And I don't think that's a bad thing. But I think I see a lot of people seeing that as a negative. With, again, using that example, like, oh, you don't see such and such.
He did it.
You don't see them talking about what he did. All is well. That's them. We hold this motherfucker accountable. We not gonna shut the fuck up. Because we should hold each other. When you wrong, you wrong. And I think that same accountability we so comfortable with dishing out when it's not us. I think we should have that same comfortability with receiving it.
Especially when it comes to protecting children.
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to protecting
Without
children.
a doubt.
Yeah. It's only one side. The other side is, that way.
So, I feel like the generation before us, they was always told who to vote for, and when it came to whatever candidate that was running it, they were being told to vote for. They were also told what to think about this candidate and this person. And I just felt like at some point, you know, when it comes to the Black community, that system was only applied towards us. That system wasn't no one attempted that system on many other ethnicities or groups, right? Which was the whole, this was going on, this is what we want y'all to vote for. Don't ask why, just do it. We like the guy, so you like the guy, right? And a lot of the candidates I agree with, you know. However, I've just gotten to a point as a man and being my own individual, I feel that for my family and the people that I love and even my community, if I'm in the space and I have the opportunity to personally go and meet a candidate that will have to serve us and have the best interests of us, and I feel that it makes sense. It made sense for me to go and personally have a conversation with all candidates. Like I got to a point where I think doing independent research is really strong, and it's a strong thing. And propaganda is a real thing.
Like a motherfucker. And it's legal.
Yeah, it's legal. And this go for either side, no matter what it is. If fucking Republican, Democrat, Green, whatever the fuck, like propaganda is real.
It's real.
And I understand that. So for me, it was like, listen, I worked really hard and God put me in a good position. Alhamdulillah, God put me in a position to be able to be around and connect with people that I agree with and people that I don't agree with. Right. Before meeting them. But also I grown to understand, how do I know if I agree or disagree with this person from the jump? I know people have said shit about me that wasn't true, that has never met me. See what I'm saying? So I started to understand that when it came to voting. So I set out, I made a post one day and I said, I would like to essentially meet every single presidential candidate that's running for this election. I want to personally meet them. I want to have a personal conversation. I want to formulate my own opinion of them. And I would like to take this information to the people that I love, and not without steering them to these people or person, whatever, whoever.
Your own,
this is just my assessment of this person.
Your rightful inquiry.
Exactly.
And basically investigation.
I did an independent investigation. At my own expense, you know, and I did it. What Jay-Z said a line, Hove did that. So hopefully you don't have to go through that. You know, I did that. You know, when I say I used my own money, meaning like I was willing to fucking travel, like whatever the fuck the case may be. I went and bought suits and shit just to meet with everyone and take this information to the people that I care for, so they can do with what they would like to do with that information.
That's right.
Whether they come out thinking differently from me does not matter.
Period.
My job was to bring the information. This is what I understood about this person. This is what I asked this person. This is how this person replied. This is that. Do with that what you want to do with it. And I also suggest still do some independent research, because what I don't want to happen is for you to think that I'm endorsing anything or whoever. Like I've never told anybody who I was voting for. I just don't do that, because I don't want anybody to vote based off of who I'm voting for, because I promote independent thinking. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's something I promote. And I think it's important we get back to a place to be able to have respectful disagreements. Think about the 90s. You go into a barbershop. If a person from 2026 was to time travel to a barbershop in 1993 on 7 Mile and motherfucking Schaefer, you would think them niggas about to kill each other. And they having a respectful normal debate. Conversation. These niggas is debating about anything. Right? Yelling, they screaming. Oh no, nigga, fuck that. Da, 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 da. And guess what? Motherfucker
ain't gonna tell me about the bitch over the bitch just over there.
You don't know, shut your stupid ass up, nigga. And guess what they gonna do? Them niggas gonna 5 minutes after this conversation, in their mind, this conversation never even happened.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, you got down, you going over ride them house tomorrow night, right? Yeah, I'll be over there, man. I see your funky ass over there. All right, motherfucker, I see you over there.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't nothing to them.
Nothing.
They used to have these debates in the barbershop every day.
Yeah.
And you would think the motherfuckers was about to kill each other.
Yep.
We're not able to do that today.
Yeah.
I think we got to get back to a place.
It's
Yeah. But it is that, though.
It is the phone, though. Yeah.
Right? I think we just got to get back to a place where we able to respectfully disagree with one another.
Do you think it would ever happen with the hyper speed of this, technology, artificial intelligence, like with computers being able to do so much more than a human can think? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're able to even capitalize off of that by using these machines to do so much for us. So they do too. The people that are impersonable and trained by these devices. What do you think would happen that would make people say, you know what, you're right. We do all need to, will we all come to one accord, or will we never all come to one accord?
I don't think the human race will ever come to one accord
on
shit. But I do think that we can get back to those type of vibes and energy to where we're able to respectfully disagree. And I think it's going to take humans to do that. I think they just need to see more people have with two completely total different views have conversations. My homeboy Jetto is right there. We don't agree on so much shit. We dress different. He talk about my outfits. I talk about the shit he got on sometimes. He don't like some of my cars. He just don't care about a lot of shit that I do.
Yeah.
And that's my brother. Literally my best friend. And that's my best friend.
Yeah.
We don't agree on so much shit.
Yeah.
And we have full-on debates and arguments. You know what I'm saying? And it don't be about nothing. I think the world just needs to see that. They have to see more of that. They got to see. I think what people do is try to find the crowd that they feel best fits their energy. And essentially they paralyzing themselves doing that. Mm-hmm. Because what do I got to gain only having conversations with people who think exactly like me? Mm-hmm. Where's the benefit in that?
I need somebody smarter than me.
I need somebody smarter than me, or somebody that maybe ain't smarter than me but still think differently than me. Because I would love to confirm that my mentality, it makes sense. But how can you confirm that if you're not having this conversation of different minded individuals?
They would say you had to have been a violent person to respect peace. Mm. That is true.
I think that's true.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Fuck. That's a bad. What? Damn, that's a bad motherfucker right there. You would have to be.
You would have to have been a violent person to truly understand peace.
Sweet, that's shit right there.
Peace is it becomes a non-negotiable asset, and I think the violence just kind of sit there, just like
lingering.
Yeah, that's sad. But you so comfortable in peace. It's like I'll move away.
Yeah.
To maintain this space
peace.
on me.
Yeah.
This peace.
Without a doubt.
I'll turn away, but it's only gonna be so much.
I got a tape that'll probably get me canceled, because maybe people wouldn't. Maybe a lot of people. I know you.
Cancel means dead. No one can cancel you. You're an entity.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
That shit don't work. That shit don't mean shit. Fuck people in they fucking feelings.
Yes.
If you don't like it, change your panties, change your drawers, wash up, take a shower, play some music, dance, sing, smoke some weed. I don't know, but what you think don't make other people think it, and what you think don't mean a bitch ass thing compared to what I think, or what he thinks, or what anybody in this room thinks, or what you think. What you think is for you. It's not for everyone.
What's for me is for me, and that don't mean we have to
agree on. We don't have to we don't have to dislike each other to disagree.
To disagree.
You don't have to hate each other to not agree with you.
Without a doubt.
I'm not trying to change a motherfucker. You're not trying to change nobody's mind. You're just simply expressing what you was about to say.
And hopefully somebody would, that's watching this to be able to understand my whole ideology about this, right? And I'm gonna give an example of a respectful disagreement, but more so a respectful disliking, right? Here we go, right? For instance, Elon Musk. He go on a lot of rants, like racist rants, like, and I can't even say racist. He want the best for white Americans. I want the best for Black Americans. So I have to be, I can't contradict my mentality. I have to be consistent with my mentality. So I will take back the racist part because I want what's best for Black people. He want what's best for white people. I don't see anything wrong with me wanting what's best for Black people. So therefore, it shouldn't be nothing wrong with him wanting the best for white people. With that said, he say a lot of shit I do not like on Twitter. He do. He going crazy rants. I do not like it. However, right? Me not liking Elon does not make sense because I compare it to what is Elon providing to the universe, right? You got SpaceX, you got satellites, you got fucking life on Mars, you got the brain shit, with whether I agree with that or not, but creating this shit, creating so much shit that mankind will benefit from, literally being ahead of the architecture of society for the future. You see what I'm saying? So I told myself, what the fuck do it matter? Why the fuck do I don't need to like Elon Musk. I don't need to like him. And I don't and this is what I was about to say. And the reason I chose to never speak up against about whatever I feel about Elon is because I feel what he's providing for humanity is more beneficial than my dislike of him, simply because I benefit off the things that he provide for humanity. He don't have to give a fuck about me. I don't have to give a fuck about him. However, he's providing something that I'm not able to provide. You see what I'm saying? So
what you feel about him,
it just don't fucking matter.
It don't fucking matter.
It just don't matter.
Bam. Exactly.
Because I know, essentially, the world need Elon Musk type people.
Now, with that being said, we can even shave it down a little bit more and actually remove him as a component of give a fuck, unless you need his ass to actually come and fix shit and personally fix a situation that's going to make your life and your family life better. And I mean that in the most respectful manner, just by saying some shit just ain't even worth.
That's my point.
Because one thing for sure is giving a fuck take energy. And in order to have energy, you got to have time. And if you give a fuck, you wasting your energy and your time. And time is a motherfucking luxury that can't be purchased. It's a privilege that can't be negotiated. When that motherfucking clock say it's a wrap, it's fucking over it. So we as people and individuals don't have the luxury of time to give a fuck when there are so many things that we give a fuck about.
And also what I'm saying is we gotta let's all try to compare the benefit of a person, the good of a person, and throw out the dumb shit if the good and the benefit of this person makes more sense. And what don't everything make more sense than just feelings?
Yeah,
everything. Every object.
It's easier to, it's like the F and the A. It's like, it's easier to just say, Man, I don't give a fuck about this shit.
But let that motherfucker build though.
Yeah.
I want to get the. Hey, listen, send that motherfucker to Mars. Go on to Mars.
Go ahead.
I don't give a fuck about none of his rants. Listen, go ahead. I ain't got nothing to say about you.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck that you don't care about. Don't get this motherfucker. Because guess what? We are one race. We're still a human race.
Yeah.
Let that motherfucker get us to Mars. Let him go. Let him shoot the motherfucking rockets off.
Who knows what you might learn?
Fuck me liking him got anything to do with that motherfucker with Mars being open. Like what the fuck? Like I prefer Mars over my feelings.
I think the excess of information has outweighed the respect for time, because so much time is wasted on information that is kind of useless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many different things on this earth that in different places with people talking about this and that, and like the real objective, I believe, and it could be just my belief, but is to find the God within.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That like real universal oneness, to
without a doubt,
one with the power that's inside of you. At that point, you know, you have to shut down a lot of shit.
You do.
And a lot of lights and shit that be going off around you, like, you know, just take comments for section. I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Cause in reality, like,
so what I'm gonna go here for? I'm not going here to have a conversation with nobody. I'm gonna have a conversation here with you and with nephew and my grandson and my granddaughter and my daughters and my wife. You know what I mean? The people, I got other shit that I need to be dealing with, things that are more important for our community involved.
We don't have time to be emotionally attached to people we don't know.
Period.
It doesn't serve none of us. It's not beneficial to us. It just don't. Like, you know, I have no emotional connection with this person. I shouldn't give a fuck about what he posts, what he say, what he wear, it just should not matter. If I like the music, I like the music. Everything else does not matter to me.
Right.
Because I'm not emotionally connected to this person.
Right.
I may be emotionally connected to the music at times, but that's just the music.
Yeah.
Who this individual has nothing to do with me.
Right.
That's this person's life. Like, I don't have nothing. I like this song.
Right. I like the fucking song.
Yeah, I didn't set out to like the nigga socks. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. I don't. It's like,
I like the music. What the fuck?
It's like a candidate. I don't care what can he balance the books? Can she balance the books? Can she get what can she make this part right, what we got going on right?
Yeah.
Can she or he do that? Can they spend the money where it need to be spent? What the track record look like with them books?
Right.
Put me up on game with it, because that's the only thing this motherfucker gonna do for me is control them motherfucking books. I don't give a fuck about all that other shit. I don't care who they fucking.
Because you don't have an emotional connection to these people.
It ain't gonna help me none. It ain't gonna benefit the decision. I know some motherfuckers that do some horrendous. Now I won't say horrendous because I don't want, but they wild. I know some wild motherfuckers.
There you go. I know it. I come on. I know where you're going with this. I want you. I still need you to say it. I know exactly where.
And it'd be like, all right, peace out. Just, you know, your job is to do that.
That's it. Yeah.
Whether it's working on cars or, you know, doing drywall, whatever the fuck it is.
Outside of that, I have no connection to you.
Like, the purpose I need you to serve is that. And what you do in your personal.
You did a hell of a job building this wall, building this stage, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck do I give a fuck about that you been driving on a spare tire for 15 weeks and I know you got the money to get the tire fixed. Well, that does not matter. I didn't hire you to examine a vehicle.
Yeah.
I hired you to build this stage.
Yeah.
We just got to get better with communication, understanding.
I think if people get more in touch with understanding themselves, you know what I mean? Knowledge of self is the ultimate level of knowledge. My big bro, I always say this, my big bro Tojo taught me one day in New York. He taught me, he said, stop trying to be understood and understand. That shit changed my life, because it's like, now I don't have a point to prove. Now I'm here to learn. Because the more I learn, the more powerful I become.
Absolutely.
The more knowledge I acquire, the more powerful I will be. Now, knowledge of my surroundings, indeed. Knowledge of access and resources, 100%. But who's carrying this fucking load? I am.
Yeah.
So I need to know me.
Yeah.
And because when I go for knowledge of self, that's the only way I'm going to find God. Peace is within.
Yeah.
So I can't be concerned with nothing outside of the realm that I create for myself. You know how motherfuckers outside are gonna come around you doing anything other than fucking helping and be welcome.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It don't work.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is he doing, bro? Why you standing by my motherfucking car, nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or but if the nigga come over there with a towel and say, hey, bro,
the wiping a bit, then it's
let me get the wheels for you.
No, I understand. We understand. We have an understanding.
Yeah,
you got you have a purpose.
Now, you're going from a motherfucking F to a E. Remember the E's?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
When they used to get E's.
You know we got. You know what else society got bad at is and we pretty much been saying this the whole time, but we just got bad with focusing on the good.
Yeah, that's a media problem.
Yeah, and I think the trolls created that. You know, the trolls.
The media created the trolls.
Exactly. And it made the marketplace of communication
so
toxic.
Yeah.
That it's unbearable.
Negativity drives it. It's a negative way.
It's not beneficial to any of us. You know what I mean? It make more sense for us to try to find the good and appreciate the good in one another. Because the only bad that I always understood was physical harm, right? You know, to anyone, or especially to fucking children.
Especially.
Yeah. But physicality is where I feel like the lines should start being drawn. But opinion, ideology, religion.
That's not a reason to fight.
It's not a reason.
Yeah, just don't touch kids. Don't be a piece of shit.
And what's crazy, those differences was actually put here for us to communicate and grow and learn and understand each other and build a whole civilization.
Understand,
Yeah. We gotta find the good in each other and find how can we best benefit one another to essentially benefit everyone around both of us.
What do you want your legacy to be?
My children. They children. They children's children. I already broke a family curse and I became the first millionaire in my family. So yeah, and I want that legacy to carry on. I want the curse that I've broken to be a standard for my family and the generations to come, to where they like, yeah, my great-great-grandfather broke the generational curse, became the first $100 million man. I've broken the generational curse and became the first trillionaire. And the person before that broke it by becoming the first half a trillionaire, and so on and so on. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this message is all about money. Because to become that type of wealthy, it take a specific type of discipline.
Indeed.
And discipline is everything. So if I can leave a legacy of discipline and understanding, I think that's a hell of a legacy.
Indeed.
I think that's a hell of an empire. So the money is just the result of good discipline. The money is just the result of someone who sought out attention, someone who applied themselves mentally and physically. So we use money. I'm only saying as a tool.
Yeah.
But that tool was just the result of what's really more important.
Yeah.
Understanding, love, discipline, focus, passion, purpose, and intent. That's what I would like to leave.
That's
Yeah.
Rich Off Pints 4.
July 10th.
July 10th.
Let's get it.
Icewear Vezzo. One of the kings. You understand me? Hey, your longevity, man. Listen,
Appreciate
hey dog, always my motherfucking favorite nephew.
Man, I appreciate it, man. You probably got real love for you, man.
FlyZoneUSA, man. Let's go get
it.
it. I gotta come on your show. You
Yeah, we
name of
got
your show.
This not a real podcast.
This not. I'm going on his show. This not a real podcast.
For sure.
We're gonna talk some shit.
Yeah, I want to talk shit on that. Yeah, I want to talk about all kind of shit. Yeah. You know, we got the same kind of interest, intellectual. So
Yes,
we got two sides to us.
Exactly.
So yeah, we gonna show the other side of both of us.
Get loose.
Yeah. Man, it's love, man. I appreciate it.